It's Ninja Turtles tonight on the OG Game Boy. Okay, let's get things going here. Now the first thing we're going to do is switch the buttons because whoever set the default put attack on A, which is ridiculous. That goes against muscle memory. Whoever did that should be dragged into the street and shot. Anyway, let's pick a turtle. Who should it be? Who should it be? Should we be cool but rude? Should we be a party dude? Or should we be the guy who does machines? I think we'll do that. We'll be Donnie first. Although it really doesn't matter because all of the turtles play exactly the same. They have the same hit range, so Donnie's bow will not give you any sort of advantage over the nunchucks or the sai. They all hit the same way, at the same distance. Now, the Ninja Turtles craze hit while I was in junior high. And by that point, I think I was a little aged out of that kind of entertainment, although there was really nothing else on the air at the time, so I watched it for a couple seasons anyway, until Batman came along, and then I was out of there. In fact, I think if Batman had come along before Ninja Turtles, it would have been a different story. I would have been like Teenage Mutant what? Ninja what? No, I don't think so. I'm gonna watch this other cartoon that is much more respectful to my intelligence. Batman was great. In fact, that show took some characters from the comics and greatly expanded upon them, like Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze was great in that show. They took him from like a D-tier villain, you know, Otto Preminger from the 1960s version, and turned him into a sympathetic anti-hero, like you feel really sorry for him, but he's still causing problems, so Batman has to stop him. But like you still have to kind of give him a happy ending because like he's doing what he's doing for noble reasons. So he kind of becomes this tragic villain, so that show was great. And it did that with a lot of other villains too. Like, did anyone actually care about like Poison Ivy or Two-Face before Batman the Animated Series? I don't think so. A lot of old villains from the comics were given new life by way of Batman the Animated Series. But the Ninja Turtles cartoon was very much in the vein of like Transformers and G.I. Joe. And I mean that in the most derogatory sense, in that it was made for 8-year-olds and the storytelling was at that level. Very much plot of the week, silly stories. Now this bonus game is really dumb. You have to leave one throwing star. And the first thing you do is just wipe out the whole top row. Then Krang's gonna take his turn. He's trying to trick us. Let's just do that. And he'll practically beat himself. And he's like, how would you do that? Well, you're a dummy, that's how. I stuck with Ninja Turtles long enough to see the live action movie, which was really, really good. I love that movie. In fact, I think that movie has actually gotten better as I've grown older. Because, well, for one thing, it's actually based on a couple stories from the comic books, and the comics were really gritty. And really respected the intelligence of the older kids. So, when you watch that movie, it really had an adult edge to it. So, I do recommend it to adults. Go watch that movie, it's great. Now the sequels, definitely skip those. You will not have a good time. fact, I think the problem starts right away with the second movie, where like it practically feels like a Power Rangers episode. And I'm not kidding. Again, I mean that in the most derogatory way, in that I was never a Power Rangers kid. I thought that was the dumbest thing to hit the airwaves in a long time, and of course it's still on the air today, because why not? Everything I love inevitably gets canceled in like 2 or 3 seasons, but like the stuff that I hate, that's gonna last into eternity. Like, look at this. Look at the hit detection on this game. Like, you could practically land in the back seat of that three-wheeler and not take any damage. In fact, the hit detection on the turtle is super small. Like, these guys have to practically be on top of you before it'll register a hit. But your weapon's attack range actually extends a little bit outside of the pixels. So you could be like a couple pixels away from the enemy and like still kill them. So it's very much biased in your favor. Which is the opposite of the first NES game, where like the hit detection was all over the place. In particular, the dam level. No, I'm not cussing out just one stage. It's all pretty bad, but I'm specifically talking about a literal dam level where you're underwater, and you have to defuse all these mines, but you have to swim by all this like electric seaweed. Oh, I missed that one. And yeah, electric seaweed, of course, because cartoon logic. There was electrified seaweed. But like sometimes you'll totally avoid it and take damage, and other times, oh my god, what's going on here? Other times you'll swim right through it and not take any damage, but other times you'll avoid it and you'll get hit anyway. So in fact I didn't get that game. I was warned not to, and I took that as good advice, and I didn't get it. But I got the second one, which was based on the arcade game, and I really loved that one. Now, granted, that's a much more like mindless hack and slash game, but it's a good time for like a half hour. Now what we have here is just an original old black and white Game Boy game, but it's colorized here. But this is not a Game Boy Color game. This is, what this is I'm playing this on an emulator, and the emulator gives me the option to colorize particular objects. So some of the, wait a minute, watch this. Moonwalk. Some of the objects are tinted one way and some are tinted the other, and the background has its own palette. Like, look, I got my left hand totally off the controller. I'm just whacking away at this guy. I'm not even moving. That's how brain dead the AI is in this game. So yeah, some objects are tinted green, others are tinted purple, because the foot soldiers are supposed to be tinted purple. Although not all of them are for some reason, I don't know why. And we also have a Super Game Boy border on this one, although this game predates the Super Game Boy. Now let's go with Leo. The Super Game Boy was an accessory for the Super Nintendo that let you play old black and white Game Boy games on it. And it added like a little splash of color. And gave you a border around the gameplay field. And some games had their own specialized border. This one did not. So this is actually just a custom job that I put together. I just took some comic graphics from the old Ninja Turtles comics and put them on the field. It's based on the old Konami collection borders. Okay, we got another shooting gallery here. Let's see if I can redeem myself after the last poor performance. Now notice we have to get 8 targets this time and not 6. That changes throughout the game. Like, I didn't notice that initially. I only noticed that like a week ago. What you get if you get all of them, if you get a perfect shooting gallery, you get 1,000 points. You would also get a full health bar, but I haven't needed that because I'm not really taking a whole lot of damage. Grab that pizza. Oh, what's this? Another bonus game. Power up. Leave. 1 remaining. Somehow I don't think an English speaker worked on this game. Look at this idiot. He just beat himself. Moron. You're a talking brain. You should be ashamed of yourself. Look at this. He gets multiple kicks in on one jump. I was watching this YouTube channel a long time ago called Video Game Takeout, and he was reviewing this game, and he was talking about how sometimes you get mobbed from both sides, and I'm like, well, that's really not a problem because this game is so loosey-goosey that like you can actually attack both sides of yourself at the same time. Let's see if I can set that up. There we go. So really, if you get hit, it's your fault. Oh, that was not my fault. So when I got this game, I got it for my birthday, and my father drove me to the department store, and I picked this game out, and I beat it in the back seat of the car on the way home from the department store. And my dad was really mad. He was like, God damn it, boy, I just bought that. Now you've beaten it already. You're never going to play it again. I'm like, no, this game is great. I'm going to play the shit out of this. And I still do to this day. I drag this game out every now and then and give it a whirl. Beat in like, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, however long it takes to play this. Not very long. This is very much a walk in the park type game. So speaking of that movie, Jim Henson's Creature Shop worked on the animatronics for that movie, and I believe it's the last project that Jim Henson ever worked on, which I'm not sure he's entirely proud of, or he would be entirely proud of. Because, Jim was kind of a peacenik. I don't think he would have, like, if he knew that Ninja Turtles was going to be the last thing he worked on, I don't think he would have gone for it. He's like, I don't want to be known for this. Poor old Jim, like, everything he tried in the cinema that wasn't Muppets just bombed. Dark Crystal, what was the other one? Labyrinth, like, none of those really did any good, but, like, he has an assist credit on Ninja Turtles, and of course that wound up being, at the time, the highest grossing independent film ever. Yeah, I don't think he would have appreciated it. I think we have kind of an Orson Welles type situation with him. Of course, I'm referring to Orson Welles in the Transformers movie where he gets cast and he records all of his lines in one day, and then he talks to his publicist. He's like, do you know what I did today? I played a toy, and my toy does mean things to this other character, and then something else happens, and then at the end of the movie I tear myself apart, which is what happens in Transformers the movie. And he was really down on the project. He hated it. He thought it was stupid. But he did it for money. And then, like, a week later, he died. And it was the last thing he ever did. And there's a whole generation of kids now who know Orson Welles through Transformers the movie and nothing else. Those dorks throwing Tetris pieces at me. Like, People today, they don't know Orson Welles through War of the Worlds or The Shadow or anything like that. Not Citizen Kane. They know him as Unicron, the planet-gobbling evil transformer. In fact, that interview with his publicist, that was how we know what day he recorded his lines for Transformers, and why we know that it was so close to his death. Because it was dated. You're in the wrong game, buddy. Oh, a piece of pizza. Like every now and then I'll accidentally take some damage and then there's immediately a piece of pizza. That's how generous this game is. Like, I rarely see a death screen in this game. I have to have a really off day for that to happen. More pizza. See, I knew that was the end of the stage, but I had like a couple inches to go. Now talk about brain dead. Check out this enemy, like, totally stupid. One of the dumbest patterns I've ever seen in a video game. Baxter Stockman, the evil mutant fly. What I always thought was really gross. I hate flies. Houseflies do not last very long around me. Like, if I see one, I'll immediately be chasing it with the Windex bottle. That's how you deal with flies, by the way. You don't run around the house trying to hit them with the newspaper. You just spray them in midair with the bottle of Windex, and trust me, they'll be gone real fast. Here's the river. Let's chase them. Okay, who have we not played? I don't think we played as Raphael yet. Raphael, he's the leader of the group. No, he's not. That bugged me when I was a kid. I'm like, the theme song for the movie identifies Raphael as the leader, and like nobody involved in the film thought to like fix that. Like, hey, you got your lyrics wrong. You might want to adjust that. What's this guy doing down here? I don't know, but he had pizza. All the better reason to kill him. To get that pizza that restores health. Pizza is health food. It's got vitamins in it. Now this is just like some ordinary river, right? Why are there piranhas in this river? Growing up in the 80s, I thought that like piranhas and quicksand were like gonna be two dangers that I would be constantly facing throughout life, because every cartoon, every kid's show had an episode where the heroes run into quicksand or they run into a lake full of piranhas, and that's just not something that you happen upon anywhere in the United States that I'm aware of. Although you may see like, quicksand somewhere, I don't know. But they really made it seem like on any given day you could just like fall into like a pool of quicksand and oh no! It's almost like there was like a stock set of stories that every cartoon show had. And when they ran out of them, that was the end of the show. I want to watch this. I only found about that within the last year or so. Like, who would know to jump there? 10 chances to find the secret number. Smaller. Okay, so it's gonna be. Okay, so it's gonna be mid 600s, upper 600s. What the hell? Okay. I might actually lose this one. Oh, it's got to be 686. Correct. So I got a health refill on that. Oh, there's another piece of pizza. Where are we? Is this some kind of cave? Like, why is there, like, daylight in the background? Maybe this is something a proper color port could resolve. Okay, like, a couple years ago I was playing the Donkey Kong Game Boy game, which is really awesome, by the way. And I said, like, hey, if anyone wants to do, like a color job on any old Game Boy game, here's one you should do. And within a few months, somebody announced that they were doing it. And at the time that I'm recording this, it hasn't yet come out, but who knows, by the time you watch this, it might be out. But anyway, if I can work that positive mojo yet again, if anyone wants to pick out an old Game Boy game to colorize, here's one. Why am I taking damage? This is not the stage to be taking damage. Either do this game or like Radical Rescue, because Radical Rescue is a pretty cool game. But don't do the second Ninja Turtles game on Game Boy. I think that game sucks. The hell? I might actually lose Raph here. Especially since I'm about to fight Shredder, which is... This is like the one guy in the game who could kill me. Look at that! No! Shit. Oh my god, how did I avoid that? See, like I said, no problem. Yeah, the second Ninja Turtles game on Game Boy, it plays really stiff and the graphics are really ugly. I don't understand it. And a lot of people really like that game. I don't know why. Into the Technodrome. Let's go with Leonardo. He's the real leader. Now watch this. Why is this here? I have a full life bar at the beginning of the game. Why do I need a bonus game here? Oh, this one I have to get 10 to qualify anyway. Oh shoot. Well, I'll still qualify, I just won't get the bonus points. Qualified! By the time you hit the first enemy, like, that entry point is long gone. So why was it even there? Shoot. No, you don't. These unicycle guys are called Roadkill Rodneys. I think they're in one episode of the TV series. But anyway, when you're playing this game, well, I'll complete this thought when we run into another one. They have a really stupid pattern. Should be getting one right about here. There's one. You hit him, and he'll always... You can play chicken with him, because he'll always jump over you. Shoot. But you gotta walk away from him, otherwise he'll do the electric thing to you. Oh, no. Of course, I just stated as a rule that he'll always jump over you, and then the one time he doesn't is when I'm playing. This one's really easy, because he'll try to jump up to get you, and you can just whack him. think I've played this game a lot. Oh, another bonus game. 10 chances to find secret number. Smaller. Oh, okay, mid 400s. Well, it's gotta be 471. Look at Shredder, or Splinter there, eyes closed. Like he's disappointed. Oh, how'd that happen? Trying to trip me up there, aren't you? Hey, jerk. One big monotonous hallway. Now, you think I was gonna jump up into that? What was the idea there? That's the only one in the game that is riding on the ceiling. Oh. Getting tricky. I think we're almost to Krang. Hey. I believe it's boss time. Here we go. Oh no! No! Just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, Krang's kind of a pushover too. He really doesn't do anything. He'll throw out those kicks every now and then. Really easy to avoid. Hey, that was worth it. Getting a couple extra hits. Oh, want to see a trick? Watch this. Okay, up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A. You want to get a couple extra points at the end. Oh, what are you doing? Mikey, you're getting yourself canceled there. Groping April there. That's an actual frame from the cartoon show. Of all the frames, that's a meme on the internet. People have picked out that frame of Mikey putting his hand where it doesn't belong and saying that he's getting canceled for it. This epilogue is the same as the arcade game. I think this was like written once by someone from Mirage Studios, and they just kept using it. Because again, I don't think anyone who actually speaks English worked on this game. So they just pulled out turtlesending.txt and slapped it at the end of this game. Yeah, but that is the Ninja Turtles video game on Game Boy, which was really a breeze. Nothing too intense. We're gonna get the staff roll now. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll do some more of these. There's a lot of these really short early Game Boy games that I can kind of plow through. Supervisor, Naoki Matsui, game designer Naoki Matsui, graphic design Naoki. I think this guy worked on the game. Special thanks to Susan, Patrick, Miss Hashioka, Miss Kitaoka. Game by Konami. See you next Tuesday, everyone. Question mark.